Today we are visiting the Gentle Barn. It is a sanctuary for rescued farm animals. On Sunday it is open to the public and visitors can cuddle with the animals. Before we meet the animals, we attend a welcome speech by the founder Ellie, who introduced the sanctuary and talked about veganism. She explained to us when an animal walks away, it means he or she wants to be left alone and we should not run after him or her. She asked us to attend to the body language of animals to find out if they want to be touched or stroked or left alone.
So this is Peggy. She was rescued in 2015. Her family had brought her to the vet to be euthanized because she was born with a fused elbow, and so her leg is the opposite way, and they didn't like that about her. And so the vet didn't want to euthanize her because she's perfectly healthy, and so he did try multiple surgeries to straighten her leg back out, but none of them were successful. And so the family just kept insisting, euthanize her, we don't want her. And so luckily it was our vet at the same time, so he offered to take her and then gave her to us. And so when she got here, we had put her out with the other chickens, but they rejected her too because of her deformity. So there were 2 turkeys who adopted her after the other chickens rejected her, named Nala and McKenna Rocket. And they took her literally under their wings and were her moms for 2.5 years. And then they both passed away. And so now Peggy lives in the house with the owner, and she gets to watch TV and eat sandwiches and sometimes sleep in bed with them. So she's very spoiled, but it's well deserved. So she has a very good life now. And she loves people and loves to cuddle. She's the best.
The zoo story was, he was rescued from county fair by some teenager girl. She met him in the county fair and she knew that he was going to be sent to slaughterhouse after they were closed. And she just bought him for $50 to pay for it, and she had him in the garage of the house. But then the parents realized that there are pigs in the house. They didn't want the pigs in the house, and they start just calling places. They found us, the Gentle Barn connect to this family, and they rescued him. He was a teeny baby when he came here. It was in 2007, and now he's 11 years old, almost 800 pounds pig. It's just a Hampshire. It's genetically engineered pig. It's almost the double size for the normal size pig that we had before the industry started making them bigger and bigger for the more meat in short time. Yeah. It's his story. He's very, very nice and very gentle, very friendly.
Over here was actually rescued from a cattle ranch. Right now she's about 7 years old, but at her time of her rescue she was almost 2. So we rescued her from a cattle ranch where she was being raised for slaughter, but luckily for her she was a little too small for what her farmer had in mind. So her farmer realized that selling such a small cow for slaughter wasn't going to make him a lot of money because slaughterhouses purchase by the pound. So he actually listed her on Craigslist instead, just to get a little bit more for her, and he wanted to get a little more profit. And someone here noticed her online. We got to bring her here, and at first she was very, very shy. She had been through a little bit of abuse where she was at previously, so it took her a little while to warm up to people. But after a couple of years, she now demands attention. She's a total diva, so she's made a full circle. She's very, very happy here. So she's been here for almost 6 years now, and she's doing really, really well. She's still one of our babies, though. Her and Ferdinand are the youngest of the bunch. But she definitely likes to think she runs the place. Faith over here is one of our most affectionate cows. She really likes to groom everybody. And she also actually is blind. So what tends to happen a lot of the time is if she accidentally bumps into one of our cows, she tends to make up for it by licking them on the face, which is actually what's going on now with Faith and Aretha. So Faith over here lost her sight when she was only a couple of weeks old. She was rescued from the dairy industry where she was in a veal crate before we got a hold of her. And what tends to happen in veal crates a lot of the time is because the intention is to kill the baby anyway, if the baby gets sick or gets an infection, it often goes untreated. And that's exactly what happened with Faith's eyes. She got a really bad case of conjunctivitis and it went untreated for so long that her sight went away. And because she was kept in such a confined space as a baby, when she first got here and she couldn't see, she only moved in circles, because she didn't realize she had a lot more room than she did at the dairy farm that she was rescued from. So now she understands that she's got a lot more space here. She does a super, super good job walking around, doesn't really bump into anything really. She also has a ball that she keeps with her pretty much all the time. It sort of serves as a coping mechanism and as a seeing eye sort of thing. So she'll lead her ball in front of her, and if she can't find it, she'll call to it until the other cows bring it her way.